For endangered North Atlantic right whales, this strategy is an important step towards reducing one of their biggest threats, which is entanglement in fishing gear. Around 86% of right whales have been entangled at least once in their lifetime, some multiple times, and 11 have died from entanglement and 36 have been seriously injured. By expanding Whalesafe and on-demand gear pilots, the strategy opens the door for harvesters to keep fishing in areas that are otherwise closed while still protecting whales.
Hello and welcome to the Ocean News Podcast, an audio series in which we take a deeper dive into some of the most important stories and the biggest headlines from the Oceanographic newsroom. I'm Rob Hutchins, community editor here at Oceanographic, and in this episode, we are taking a closer look at an encouraging new initiative to have been announced in Canada, aimed at protecting one of the ocean's most critically endangered species, the North Atlantic right whale. And this is because Canada has just launched a 5-year Whalesafe Fishing Gear Strategy, a new national framework designed to reduce the number of deadly whale entanglements in fishing gear, also while supporting sustainable fisheries. It's a grand aim over arguably some of the most hallowed ground in ocean protection, just how to balance marine conservation with coastal livelihoods. It's the brainchild of Fisheries and Oceans Canada, or DFO, and it marks a significant step forward in this very space, offering protection whilst enabling fishing in waters inhabited by critically endangered North Atlantic right whales. It's called the Whalesafe Fishing Gear Strategy, and it's one that hopes to help the conversation turn a real corner in an impactful way through the use of not only new innovations in fishing gear itself, but cross-community consensus and approach to sustainable fishing. But let's take a step back quickly to look at where the issue here lies. Why are NGOs campaigning so hard for changes to the way that fishers fish around Canadian waters? Well, the North Atlantic right whale is not only currently critically endangered, but continues to face serious threats from entanglements in fishing gear, only adding to their plight. These entanglements cause serious injuries such as serious cuts and lesions, as well as, in the most tragic cases, exhaustion, which all too often leads to drowning and death. Just recently, a 4-year-old male whale known as Division died from injuries caused by entanglement. Now, with 22 calves born so far this season and North Atlantic right whales soon returning to Canadian waters for the summer, a strategy of this calibre has arrived at a pivotal moment. It's according to Canada's Minister of Fisheries, Joanne Thompson, that innovation in fishing practices is actually no new endeavour, but a pursuit of local fishers for many years. She states that the Whalesafe Fishing Gear Strategy is simply building on this work, bringing more of the tools into fisheries to help reduce entanglements, protect whales, and keep crews safe on the water. At the heart of the strategy is the adoption of on-demand or ropeless fishing gear. This technology is designed to eliminate vertical lines in the water column, and it's these vertical lines that are the leading causes of entanglements among marine mammals, North Atlantic right whales included. The new framework therefore sets clear milestones, including risk assessments, pilot areas for on-demand gear by 2027, and the expansion to high-risk fisheries by 2028. Crucial to its success is the strategy's emphasis on collaboration, bringing together local fish harvesters, Indigenous rights holders, gear manufacturers, environmental organisations, and whale experts. Feedback from previous trials, including DFO's $20 million Whalesafe Gear Adoption Fund, helped shape the plan and demonstrated that innovative gear can work in real-world fisheries. Hannah Vatcher, North Atlantic right whale campaigner at Oceana Canada, had this to say.
The strategy is a great next step to move Whalesafe gear from testing to pilots to then wider implementation in fisheries that pose the highest entanglement risk. And the focus now has to be on timely implementation, a follow-through on the objectives, and adequate resourcing and funding.
The plan also incorporates Indigenous knowledge, ensuring rights-based fishery holders are involved in decision-making processes and gear implementation. Pilot projects are already underway, allowing harvesters to fish in certain closed areas if their gear meets Whalesafe standards. With North Atlantic right whales facing ongoing threats, the strategy represents a crucial effort to prevent further entanglements while keeping fisheries viable and communities thriving. Canada is aiming for nationwide adoption of whale-safe measures by the year 2030, demonstrating that conservation and coastal economies can move forward together. It all lands at a critical time for the species. Oceana Canada's Hannah Vatcher continues.
For endangered North Atlantic right whales, this strategy is an important step towards reducing one of their biggest threats, which is entanglement in fishing gear. Around 86% of right whales have been entangled at least once in their lifetime, some multiple times, and 11 have died from entanglement and 36 have been seriously injured. By expanding whale-safe and on-demand gear pilots, the strategy opens the door for harvesters to keep fishing in areas that are otherwise closed while still protecting whales.
With statistics like those that Hannah has just recited, the importance of bringing future-thinking innovation into daily use among Canada's fishing communities cannot be overstated. It's perhaps a move like this that could now put Canada ahead of the curve when it comes to North Atlantic right whale protection.
The Whalesafe Fishing Gear Strategy is coming at a critical time when we've already seen 2 right whale deaths in 2026 and knowing that they are soon going to be returning to Canadian waters this spring. The strategy reflects years of collaboration with fishers, Indigenous partners, scientists, and conservation groups, and puts Canada on a clearer path towards the coexistence of whales and fishing. Importantly, it builds on Canada's global leadership in testing whale-safe gear and shows that we are taking responsibility to protect an endangered species.
For more information on whale protection in Canada, visit Oceana Canada at oceana.ca/protect whales. For more on this story or other stories related to the protection of marine life across the global ocean, subscribe to this podcast and head to the Oceanographic Newsroom. This has been the Ocean News Podcast. I've been Rob Hutchins. Thank you for listening.